mass, man, it's time to rock. I had to find a way, I couldn't find a job. Couldn't find a prayer, couldn't find a God. Couldn't find a prayer, couldn't find a God. Black mass, man, it's time to rock. I had to find a way, I couldn't find a job. Couldn't find a prayer, couldn't find a God. Couldn't find a prayer, couldn't find a God.
I woke up, then I logged in to that Urban X where they be flexing with that blog in. Put it down, cause my little homie called in. Had to bail him out, he in trouble with the law again. Black skin can't win in the white world. Seen a brother kill his own kid for that white girl. We ain't wanna go to school, but we had to. Every February it was scary in them classrooms. Shimmy y'all, shimmy yay. Old dirty bastards can't own dirty slaves, so they own dirty masters. Black Dot found a pot as a youngin', broke it down for his son, and now he serve it to the masses.
Black mass, man, it's time to rock. I had to find a way, I couldn't find a job. Couldn't find a prayer, couldn't find a God. Couldn't find a prayer, couldn't find a God. Black mass, man, it's time to rock. I had to find a way, I couldn't find a job. Couldn't find a prayer, couldn't find a God. Couldn't find a prayer, couldn't find a God.
Urban excellence, a product of my residence. From 4 to 44, Obama was the president. I told mama I ain't trying to go to church. I'm like Adam, every Adam is a product of the dirt. And I've been reaping what he sowed. I got the product, got the dirt. And I can teach you what I know, but then you gotta put in work. You in trouble if you waiting on the government. I told my bro I make it out the hood, and that's a covenant.
Peace. Welcome back to another episode of the Urban X Podcast. Thank you guys for joining us. I'm Malcolm. This is the Black Dot.
Peace.
We're here with you guys, live in effect.
In the building.
Thank you guys for joining us. Hope you guys had a great weekend.
Absolutely.
I had a great weekend. How was your weekend?
Weekend was great, nice and peaceful,
Same.
and quiet. Watched a lot of NBA basketball. The playoffs finally kicked in, so me and Eli did what me and Eli do. We sit down, we get some snacks, and we become the analysts of the games.
And there's a lot of good basketball, too.
A lot of good basketball. So that's what my life is like on weekends.
Got you. Let's do a quick roll call. I see the Dominican Republic in the building. Shouts out.
Okay, Haiti.
Cincinnati. Said Haiti, Philly in the building. Compton
in the building.
ATL.
Yes.
Norfolk. VA. LA, Dallas, Texas.
Vermont in the building.
Hampton.
Philly, Long Beach, stand up.
Tallahassee, okay. Indiana. Thank you guys for joining. I see Russia. I don't know if that's real, but...
Well, we'll take it for what it's worth. Yeah, we'll take all of that for what it's worth.
Shouts out to y'all.
Here on a Monday.
Kansas City, Jamaica, Queens, Boston, Harlem, of course.
All right, Harlem, stay in the building.
All right. So, any announcements?
Let's make our general announcements.
Yes.
Sign up for everything we do.
Yeah. For all of it. Get the free ebook, urbanx.nyc/family. Sign up for our text notifications at 917-810-3077. Text UrbanX to 917-810-3077.
And word has it that them classic lectures.
Yes, they are up in the membership.
They're up in the membership now.
Got some more coming, but
yeah, we gonna pull about 40 of them up all together.
Yeah, it's like 30 up right now.
Yeah, so each one is about 4 hours long.
Nah, not that long.
No. The for part one. The lecture itself, and to me that's worth more. That's worth $5 right there. Mm-hmm. I go all the way back to 2004, I think, and bring it all the way up, all around the country, London, Germany, Canada, throughout the states, universities, Atlanta colleges, street corners, bookstores. I've been spreading the hip-hop gospel for a long time.
Yeah.
And speaking of hip-hop, let's get right to it.
All right. Want to press the button?
You are tuned into the sounds of Urban X.
So, news from this morning, DJ K. Slay, legendary DJ K. Slay.
Yeah, legendary DJ K. Slay.
Drama King. He passed away today. After a long battle with COVID, he had complications from COVID. that dates back to January when he first got sick. He was in the hospital. He was actually fighting. So, and I think I remember like hearing the story that he was actually going through it. Like he was like really.
Yeah, I remember him going through it, and then they said he was off the ventilator.
Yes, I remember that.
Usually that's an indicator. First of all, R.I.P. to a legend in two sports. Remember, his name was Desi Dez. He was a legendary graph writer. A lot of people don't know that before he became the legendary DJ K. Slay. And I mean, subway trains and the whole 9 yards. So he is a bona fide pioneer of the culture. What he did for hip-hop in terms of breaking new artists, in terms of being unapologetic in how he did things, he was always fair. He broke the Ether record, among other things. You know what I mean? So K. Slay was one of them guys who just was a monumental staple of New York hip-hop and did everything in his power to keep New York hip-hop.
Yeah, he was one of the only ones for a while that was like really breaking New York artists or trying to, because like New York, especially at a certain time, especially when 50 Cent was like terrorizing stuff, but they were scared to play other New York artists.
Yes.
They weren't really trying to, and that's why I think other states get a cool nod because they play their artists.
Yes.
Other states, like they really support their artists. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. And K. Slay,
he was really one of those.
Refused to budge off of that, among other things he's done and given people platforms. So we want to send our deepest condolences to him, his family, you know, the whole hip hop nation, because everybody is feeling this one. You know what I mean? And so he had a 4-month battle with COVID, and when he got off the ventilator, you know, usually that's an indication that we're turning for the better. And now you can breathe on your own. But when you're overweight or just kind of heavy, you know.
And he probably had some more underlying issues.
And then underlying issues, the more and more we learn about this disease or whatever the case may be, it becomes an ongoing battle to fight through. And so he finally lost that battle here in the physical realm. So again, our deepest condolences to his family.
Definitely.
The hip hop nation, and it lends to the fact that you know, we seen a lot of hip hop elders go out.
Yeah, in the last like 3 years.
Yeah,
and not to say like, because you know you can, the timetable is like, oh, it's when COVID happened, but I think it lends to like life before that and like lifestyle before that is like that just kind of just caught up to a lot of people.
I just want to know if you could see it.
It just kind of caught up to a lot of people.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean? So that was, you know, that's sad. And
but it also lends to we're getting older, and hip hop itself
like
is
that generation,
that
like that
generation,
one generation,
that fiery young generation, that spirited generation. They're old now or older, and along with trailblazing and leaving a trail of music and art and fashion, life kicks in.
Yeah, he was 55. That's young.
55 years old, very young.
That's not old.
That's not old. So a lot of it has to do with that. So you know, again, we all, like, you know, when you look at all them pioneers now, we up there. You know, and 55 in the hood, man, that's like 70. I hate to say it, but it is what it is.
Yeah.
So, you know, my screen is blurry. Maybe it's just my screen.
It is your screen. It's not my screen.
Okay, great. That's fine.
It's just screen.
Yeah, so again, our condolences out to K. Slay. His music will live forever. His mixtapes will live forever. You know what I'm saying? The Drama King. Whoever had beef, they wanted to settle it and keep it on wax. He created that platform for you. You know what I'm saying? Mr. Smack, another DJ. The whole 9 yards.
Yeah.
You are tuned into the sounds of Urban X.
Some good news. Democratic donor. Democrats don't like to claim him right now, but Ed Buck. He got sentenced to 30 years in jail for his because he's responsible for deaths of gay black men that he pays like escorts and stuff like that. And a lot of this stuff was being swept under the rug because he is such a prolific Democratic donor.
Yes.
And they like to try to
clap that up. 30 joints.
Yeah, they like to try to like throw him under the rug, but no. So he got this sentence specifically for Jamel Moore, who we spoke about in one of our earlier shows.
Yes, I remember.
Early shows. And Timothy Dean. And the judge called his crimes like horrific and reprehensible. And you're not saying anything about this. Like I said, he was a big donor to Hillary Clinton.
Yeah, so why now? Or were these charges always pending and we just assumed he was going to beat the charges?
I think, well, we assumed he was going to beat the charges because it was kind of an open secret as to what was happening. Like, the first death happened, and then it was like people like went back to his history, like, wait, time out, this happened before in his house again,
right?
With another black gay dude, so
right?
It's like, yo, time out. And then every time, every time something happens, and the black LGBT community has something to say against another black man, you go, wait, time out. There's one of your own,
yes,
a couple of your own being killed by a white dude, and y'all say nothing about this because like I said, his name really gets spoken about mainstream at all.
Yes.
A lot of the activists who claim to be allies and stuff like that, he doesn't get spoken about at all. And again, it's because he gave so much to the Democratic Party.
So that money talks.
Of course it does.
So now, that ass is going to get clapped.
He probably might like it, man.
Yep.
Because he used to, he was.
Damn, are we getting wins?
It feels like it. It feels like it. Like
in one sense, right? Like we getting a few.
And we said this on a couple shows ago. It feels like these court cases that supposed to go this way are going this way.
Yeah, I don't want to speak too soon, but it seemed like we getting these wins that we normally would lose. If that makes any sense.
No, seriously. And again, he's been doing this with impunity. He's famous for these drug-filled sex parties in the Hollywood Hills and stuff like that.
So imagine how many he got away with.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? So sure, they finally got him on 2 counts or whatever case may be. But the stuff he's been doing for years, it don't even equal and equate. But 30 years is a good start.
Yeah, that's a long time.
It's a long time to be sitting in a cell. So, very long time to be in a cell.
Shouts out to the judge and shouts out to the jury who got him, basically, you know what I'm saying? So
much appreciated.
You are tuned into the sounds of Urban X.
And speaking of, I guess, the weirdness, Nature Boy.
Oh yeah,
that made the news. Now, I've never watched any of his videos.
Neither have I.
Ever.
I'm not a big Nature Boy.
I've seen people complain about him online. Like I've seen people, go in, make videos about him, but I've never myself watched any videos. But he was actually in the news because he got arrested for a lot of cult-like behavior, sexual abuse behavior during, I guess they call Carbonation. I guess that's his little group cult thing. And they said he was doing a bunch of weird stuff. He was sending like lewd pictures to people. He was telling his followers to shred their credit cards, no cell phones and stuff like that. And they called him a bunch of like messianic names, and he's in jail. They're about to. It was a federal investigation that actually got him.
Okay, and now some of his followers, they were out there defending him.
Yes.
And his ability to, they said that this is just one disgruntled ex-member who is bringing these charges about, and no one is being forced to stay here. And remember, they were in Costa Rica at one point, and then they got ousted out of Costa Rica. Then they were somewhere else living outdoors.
Yes.
And so... but it does lend to the fact that you can start a movement or anything, bro, and you can get you some followers.
Yeah, first of all, I'm confused at the fact, like, I guess he was telling everybody, like, to live off the grid and stuff like that, but he's making YouTube videos. I'm confused.
And didn't they catch him in the supermarket a couple times buying groceries or something? Or, he used to be a male stripper. We do know that.
I didn't know that.
And he was a model and some other things. before he came into his natureness.
So he got a couple charges: rape, false imprisonment, and nude and sexually explicit electronic transmission. So
now, what's about to happen now is you're about to be put inside of a funnel.
What's the funnel?
The funnel is his followers are going to tell you this is a setup. The funnel is they're trying to take down another black man who's trying to do something positive.
So
the funnel could go ahead.
No, because I'm saying like usually sexual stuff, like people are slower to.
No, look,
not really.
Go with the Dr. York thing.
No, not really. You're right.
Africa Bambaataa thing. The list goes on and on.
You're right.
So now you're going to be put in a funnel, and you have to be careful on how you speak about these things.
You're right.
Before people get into their emotions, especially the ones who tell you, how do you know? Because it only takes, and we just having an honest conversation here, guys. You can feel however you feel about it. It only takes a few people to go, well, what if he didn't do it? And then now, it creates the contrasting energy needed to create a whole nother, conversation of things, and which is true. I mean, until it's proven per se, you have to. But if there's a history and reputation of just things that we may think is weird,
true.
But living off the land is not weird.
No, it's not. But I guess like the fact that he was telling his people to live off the grid, but you on the grid. Like he had a Facebook page and all that.
Right.
Like how the hell is that even possible?
Yeah. I mean, that's true. And then it lends to when we speak about going against the power, that you still using the devices of the power to, so it lends to that. And when you put out enough YouTube videos, there is enough information on you for people to make up their own psychoanalysis, of who you really are and what you stand for. Where there's smoke, there's fire. So I need, because again, I don't follow Nature Boy.
Yeah.
I don't know the nature of his teachings, or if he's one of them people who he live his raps. So I don't know if he live his raps. Yeah. So we're gonna see how this develops. But he was in the news, so we felt that it was worthy of us bringing it to you.
Yeah.
Because he was in the news about something that was,
because there'd be a lot of stories that happen and
we don't cover them.
I'm not talking.
Because I don't want the conscious community backlash.
Not even
backlash. I don't want to get in the funnel.
Yeah.
I don't want to get in the funnel with you about if he did this, if he's been set up, he's really a messiah. The government did this. He didn't rape 75 people. I don't want to get into that funnel. You know what I mean?
Well, here's a question.
Okay.
For the funnel. Let me just do it. Somebody asks, won't they use this case to go after other groups that are black? I don't think so.
Well, other groups that are black, if you don't have no reputation of sexual misconduct, holding people against their will, things of that nature, then they probably won't. It's really all dependent how much influence that you're having. Now, there have been complaints, just me reading the general report from the neighbors about loud, weird things going on in or around at the house that they live in. So that may have what triggered this to begin with. But all of this, but there are no more secrets. There are no more movements. If you tell me you were part of a movement, I just lowered your vibration, or you just lowered your own vibration. Because wait a minute, let me justify this.
Okay.
Because the minute you tell me you're part of a movement, like somebody in the comment section got at us because we don't understand the red pill movement.
Oh yeah.
All right. The minute you tell me you're part of a movement, right?
Yeah.
What that tells me is that you have succumbed to the teachings and the laws of that movement. That's fine. The minute that movement go left, you stuck.
Yeah.
Because now you're forced to defend
Yeah.
or speak about the good of the movement, and get people to negate the badness of that movement. All movements start out the same way. They start out with great intention into ego and money and jealousy and sex and all the other things. When we mix, come together and tear them shits down. Or they become infiltrated, which is a science, right? Bring people in who match the vibration of that movement, right? They hotep, this, that, they say all the right words. They get in and they begin to report back to so-and-so for $800 a month, or whatever the case may be, about your movement. So if you tell me I don't care what your movement is. You could be a part of the blah, blah, blah movement. You have to succumb to the teachings and believements, you know what I'm saying, of the believements.
I'm about to say, you just made up another word.
Made up another word of that movement, and you give the core of yourself to that movement. And when that movement go left, or they join Scientology, or do some weird shit that's just off the cuff, I'm just
you holding the bag.
I'm just freestyling. You holding the bag, bro.
Yeah, because now you gotta go.
Now you gotta sit there and explain that shit.
Yeah.
And you know deep down inside in your heart that was some weird shit. So, just saying.
Yeah, I mean, that's why it's hard to put like real faith in anybody. Like, you shouldn't.
That's old. To me, that's old paradigm stuff. There was a time for that. Even the so-called conscious community, I told y'all that years ago. There was a time to be in that movement, and then it was a time to move on. Just move on. I sat and watched the shit become a cesspool. Right? When it was pure and the idea was just coming together, learning. You was paying these guys $10 to come in and learn for 8 hours. You know what I mean? And then it became a cesspool. Money and prices went up, this, that, hustling. I sat and watched it all and knew it was time for me to move on. So I bounced. And then it became what it became. I could see that shit coming a mile away. And if you pay attention to your church, same thing. You know the pastor ain't right. You know he ain't right. But y'all look the other way. You know the pastor sleeping with so-and-so. You know there's more gossip going on in your church than anywhere else. Your mosque, your church, it's all the same. It's a lot of craziness going on. And to me, that represents old paradigm where you needed to belong to something. Now you need to belong to a collective consciousness based on your vibration and nothing else. That means I don't have to be in the same place that you are. And we can kind of vibe and know that we're moving towards a higher vibration of energy. So the minute you ready to fight me because you red pill, organization, you don't understand, I look at you like you a fucking bag of Skittles.
But yeah, that's what we were just talking about earlier about just like taking some information from people and just kind of just going your way with it. Like, prime example, it's some white guy that tweeted something today about like what's really happening in Ukraine and Russia and the propaganda, and I said, oh, I like that, I agree. Like, then the very next tweet was about how now anti-vaxxers are linking all the because there's a lot of bodybuilders who've been passing away recently.
Yeah.
And they're linking that to the vaccine, and that's so stupid. So, like, literally in the span of 10 minutes, I went from agreeing to going, I'm good.
I'm good.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Take the information.
Yeah, I'm all right.
Take the information for what it's worth, and then you move on. Nothing more, nothing less. I'm here to receive information. I'm not here to join your organization.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck about your organization. Doesn't mean you can't call me to work in conjunction on small projects. Yo, Doc, can you come over here and speak to the kids? Sure, I can do all of that. But I'm not joining your movement. That's so Flintstonian to me. Your movement? You got a movement? Nah, my movement is about to keep moving. That's it. This way, your checks and balances are always in place because you have no one to look at but self. And go, how did I get here?
I like it.
Well, obviously, I came here because the minute you got to fight for somebody else because they're the exalted one and they went left and now you got to go left with them. You got to go left. Like, shit, I can't believe he did that. Well, that's where we going.
Yeah.
It becomes messy. I watched it in hip hop. I watched it just go like, well, niggas try to rationalize shit. There is no rationalization for this kind of behavior. It just isn't. So bringing all that back to Nature Boy, I never followed him, but I am within the YouTube community loop to hear his name and hear the vibration in which his name is spoke of.
Right.
Is never in a positive light.
Yeah.
It's always something like he's doing something out of pocket. That don't necessarily mean that's the case. I got to say that too. But, we'll see what kind of evidence that they can bring forth to say that this man has violated people. If not, we'll just keep listening.
Facts. Well, let's talk about the bodybuilder. There's a bodybuilder recently passed away last week, and I don't follow bodybuilding at all, right? Like recently, like kind of because I just find it interesting how technical the judging is.
Oh, I never understood how to judge him.
I still don't get it, but it's just like, y'all are both huge. Like, what makes him like better? You know what I'm saying? So I just kind of a couple like the YouTube videos just came on my timeline as a result of that, right? And I saw at least 4 in the last like 8 months pass away.
Wow.
At least 4, right? And it'd be a heart attack, it'd be something. Now you could say bunch of steroid use for a really long time has caused this, but I think any pattern in a short amount of time, right?
Right, you got to read the patterns.
You got to read the patterns. And
right.
A lot of these people, to compete, they had to get the thing.
Right.
So maybe
and
it's
what we know about
extra
the thing now, right? What we know about it now is that the snake spit, right, is attacks the weakest parts of your ailments already. So if you are on steroids, that means you're putting extra pressure on your heart,
right?
Among other things,
it'd be steroids. It'd be a bunch of stuff.
It'd be a concoction of things.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That you already putting yourself through, so you can look like this. Yeah. So the snake spit will come right in and recognize.
Malcolm, your father's barber, he would not touch my hair. I'm going to go to my barber tomorrow.
Yo, son, I can touch you.
No. Don't touch me.
All right, let the next pandemic happen. I got all my stuff.
Bro.
Anyway, so it would not surprise me that when you want to know about the unknown, what do we study?
Known.
Right, so the known is the last couple of years you have been forced to get the candy. As a result of that, we've been seeing bodybuilders who already are dealing with heart issues by default because of the steroids, drop dead.
And I've seen more soccer players collapse. I'm seeing videos of that happening.
Somebody said bodyguards as well.
Yeah, like
police officers.
That cannot be just happenstance. That cannot just be like, oh,
But they're gonna make it seem like it just happened.
Yeah,
like it had no connection to because of the underlying conditions. This, if you still haven't seen the documentary,
The Water,
Watch the Water. Make it priority because this thing is so sophisticated that it just knows what's ailing you and just attacks it. So they have no recourse. You know what I'm saying? Your death certificate is gonna say, natural causes or based on underlying conditions. So it's very, very interesting.
Real quick, I actually saw a clip from Australia, and one of the doctors asked this guy, his name is Scotty something. I'm not sure what his position is, and I'm not sure his last name. But they asked him, like, so what about people who start to feel ill as a result of the AstraZeneca or possibly pass away? Like, what happens then? And he kind of just said, like, well, listen, nobody forced y'all to do that.
Yes.
Mind you, in Australia, they had some of the most severe lockdowns.
Absolutely.
Severe mandates. Yeah. They were, like, literally almost literally marching people down in a single file line to get it. Yeah. And now they just kind of go, ooh, papi. No.
That's no me, baby. That's no me. I live on the 5th floor, baby. That's no me. And that's what they're doing. Yeah. But that's what they did here, too. Mm-hmm. They just used a different method.
Yes.
They forced you through all of them coercion commercials, all them celebrities. Every 13 seconds, there was that's coercion.
Yeah.
I don't care. Bribing you, here's a hot dog, here's a Krispy Kreme donut.
Here's some French fries.
Here's some French fries. Look at me, the mayor. These French fries good. All you gotta do is go down to your local place and get a shot. Dude, $100,000 scholarships. We sending kids to college. Just go get the jab. Dude, that is a level. We were bombarded with the biggest psychological warfare when it came to propaganda I have ever witnessed. Tell me I'm wrong.
Nah, that was crazy.
Every audio, you could turn on the radio, the TV, the news, the athletes, the sports. They had this turned all the way up. So you cannot tell me that is not forcing people to do something.
Yeah.
Right? It's technically not forcing people to do something. And you have to hold strong as long as you can. But the dam broke for a lot of people. They were just like, you know, because then your job is doing this and this and that. And you can't work and you can't. So the dam broke because everybody seemed to be, most people, I'm not talking about 85ers. When I say 85ers, I'm talking about knuckle draggers who just will do anything. I'm not talking about them. I'm talking to you guys. A lot of you guys, the dam broke because you were pushed into a corner. Now they're telling you, like my favorite meme, hey, it's no me, baby. I live on the 5th floor, baby. That's no me.
Yeah.
And they're telling you you're on your own.
But you know what's crazy? We said that would happen, though. We said that because I think, from my understanding, to get it, you had to sign like a, you know, kind of waiving your rights or waiving your right to sue, like Pfizer and these people.
Yes.
So, you know, who knows?
But they never made a big deal about the shit you had to sign.
Yeah.
They decided, you know, to sign right there. I want to make sure they never said, look, when you sign this, you fucked. You waiving all your rights to do whatever you can. So because most people might have been like, you know what, nah, fuck that, I'm not gonna. So they just was making it seem like it's protocol. Go ahead, sign that, don't worry about it. And shame, like we said, on all them doctors and nurses and people who knew what was going on and allowed that stuff to happen for the sake of making a few extra dollars. It got really bad, but I can't remember the last time I saw propaganda that powerful.
It was everywhere, man.
You couldn't turn buses.
Rap
artists, battle rappers. Everybody was in on it, bro. Because there was a few extra dollars around, bro. It was disgusting. It literally was. You know?
So I want to take.
We're going to commercial break.
Yeah, we'll take a commercial break and we shall return.
Yeah.
we are back
in the mix.
So this week we are continuing our series of interviewing our advertisers.
Yes.
To learn more about their business, their product. And this week we have one author of Success, Opulence, and Power, Hebru Young.
Let's clap that up.
In the building.
Let's bring him into the building.
What's up, man? How are you?
Hey, thanks for having me on the show. I'm a huge fan. You guys
I can't really hear you.
I can.
Oh, you can hear him?
Yeah.
I'll make sure I'm good.
Oh boy.
Hello?
Can you hear me now?
All right, you can hear him. So
yes.
You run.
Okay, so thank you for joining us from the UK. I know it's late over there right now, right?
Yeah, it's almost 2 a.m. I believe.
Yeah, we appreciate you for staying up then. Thank you.
Nah, thanks for having me. It's a pleasure, mate.
So, first off, I wanted to learn more about you and why you started writing anyway.
Okay, so a little bit about myself. I'm British Nigerian. I live in Bristol, so that's about 2.5 hours from London.
Okay.
So how did I start writing? That's a funny one. I wrote a short story back when I was 14 years old for a class assignment, and the teacher was really impressed. And the funny thing is, I never wrote ever since, not till recently, not till this book.
Okay.
So I wasn't even planning on being an author. So I wrote this book, the one that you've got in front of you now. I wrote it for friends and family. I wasn't really trying to publish it or anything major or anything like that. So yeah, so I showed it to a family friend who happens to be a librarian, and they've got all kinds of qualifications in like literacy and that kind of thing. So this friend was really impressed by what I'd done in the book.
Dope.
And so I decided, okay, I'll just write the rest of it and sort of self-publish, to see how things would go. And so I wrote it, put it out, and a few, I think a year later, maybe not even a year, I started to pitch to publishers. And shortly after, I got myself a publishing deal. So
Nice.
Yeah, so this is actually a debut novel.
Nice. So, how did you come up with the concept for this book, Success, Opulence, and Power?
Right. So, the Black Dot might be actually be able to relate to some of these things I'm about to mention. So, just coming up, I was watching films like Godfather, Goodfellas.
I watched those movies.
Yeah, great movies.
Well, maybe you too then, Malcolm. So yeah, so watching sort of like Sopranos. I think I remember you mentioning Sopranos once or twice, Malcolm. But yeah, so it was sort of things like that sort of inspired me. But my story is actually unique. The only thing that they have in common with those TV shows and movies is it's about organized crime. So
Gotcha.
My main character, Eddie Dominguez, finds himself in this sort of hot water, so to speak. He's facing multiple charges, and without giving you too many spoilers, it's just basically I'm gonna unpack how he got himself in that situation, and then sort of take you back in time, because the opening chapter sort of shows you what's happening live. He's in court, he's facing the charges, and he's basically trying to keep his cool. So, but yeah, it's definitely something unique. I can guarantee you that you've not read anything like this.
Let me ask you a question. Did you already know the ending of the story before you finished the book? Because a lot of times I'll start something and I have no idea where it's going. And then it just kind of shapes into. So I'm just trying to think, did you already know you have the pitfalls, the turns, and the surprises already planted, or did it come organically, so to speak?
Yeah, so I've got a ridiculously incredible imagination. So I definitely had the ending to mind already. Some of the plot holes I already had as well.
Gotcha.
Not plot holes, sorry. Some of the twists and turns I already had, in my head. I basically had the whole book in my head, but it was just a case of just putting it down and adding detail. So, and I sort of tell anyone who plans on doing this, as long as you can answer the questions who, what, where, when, and how, if you can answer those questions, you've pretty much got yourself a story.
What are some of the challenges you faced with, just writing, creating?
Yeah, it's a task.
Financing, it's a lot of different.
It is a task.
Obstacles.
Yeah, you're definitely right. In my case, time. Time is like so expensive, if you see what I mean. When you have family and you other sort of obligations that you have to meet. So that's one of the challenges that I had. And one of the other challenges was basically the editing part. I'm such a perfectionist, it's ridiculous. So I'll find myself writing a chapter in the early stages of the book anyway, in like the first sort of 6 chapters. I found myself editing
while you were writing.
Whilst I was writing, you can probably relate. And Black Dot, you both have books, and it's like that element of perfection is just something that you can never attain because you're always gonna want to dissect it, and you're like your own worst critic.
Yes.
So that I really struggled with, but I think over time when I started to find a rhythm and find a flow, I just thought to myself, okay, just write the story and let the editors do their job.
Facts.
Yeah, and that's something because it's your baby, and you want to make sure it comes out the way you want it to come out. Tell me about family support.
He dedicated this to his wife and children. So.
Oh, he dedicated it to the wife and children.
Yes,
nice.
Yeah, definitely. The wife and kids, being patient. For those weekends where I have to go away somewhere quiet and and do some writing. My wife especially. She's really supportive of I'll tell you everything that I do. So, other
Super
things
dope.
like in the pipeline, she's very supportive of that.
Super dope.
And so she helps me out, and we've got some other things in the pipeline coming soon.
Okay, so last question: where can people find the book, and what inspiring message would you like to give to up and coming writers who are on the fence? They got the story in their head, they just need to get started.
Okay, so you can get a copy of the book on Amazon. Definitely, that's the sort of number one go-to place. You can get it on Kindle, and you can get paperback just like you have there. You can, in the UK, you can probably get it from the publisher Pegasus. And I think just looking online, I could see that there are ads running for like Walmart over there in the States, Barnes and Nobles. So I've seen it on their websites. So you might be able to get it either from them online or in the store.
Nice.
And what I would like to sort of say about writing, and for those that are sort of aspiring to do this, just do it. For me, in terms of writer's block, I haven't really experienced that because, like I said, I had this whole book in my head. But for those that experience writer's block, I just say, just start writing, and you'd be surprised where that leads you. Don't procrastinate, get it down, because you never know. You might have a bestseller on your hands.
Absolutely.
Definitely.
So on Amazon, it says that your book is out April 28th. Oh, it came out April 28th for last year, right?
Yep.
Got it. How long did it take you to write this?
So I wrote the first 3 chapters, as I mentioned before.
Right.
This was like a sort of hobby. I didn't plan on doing much with it. So I sort of took my time with the first sort of few chapters. And it was after I sent it to that friend of mine. I mentioned her in the book. Her name's Margie. And I sent it to her. And I think I sent it to her in 2018. I want to say it took me roughly, I want to say 8 months.
Okay.
But when I first put it out on Amazon, it was self-published. So I then had to take that original version down when I got my publishing deal.
Right. Understood.
So we're going to do something special for our Urban X community right now. Okay? So if you text the word book to 917-810-3077. The first 5 people to text the word book will get a free copy of Hebru Young's book.
Clap that up.
That's brilliant. That's brilliant.
Right.
I do appreciate you guys for doing this. I know you probably have a bunch of people coming to you and want to be a part of your show. But I want to say thank you for inviting me to be a member of the Urban X family. And I just urge the Urban X community to go out if you can and support me. And if you do, be sure to leave feedback, reviews, or whatever you feel. I really appreciate the love, guys, honestly.
No problem.
We appreciate you. We talk to you soon.
All right. Thanks. Take care, guys.
Peace.
Peace.
Super dope, man. Super dope. I always like those.
Learned a lot.
Yeah, man. Always like those.
It's 2 a.m. over there.
Stayed up.
He stayed up. You know what I'm saying? Might have to go to work in the morning. You know?
That's mine.
Oh, that's yours? Oh, okay. There we go. Yeah, so I had a little technical, but I was able to finagle it and freak it, so to speak. Yeah, so the first 5 people that text
book
917
810 3077
3077 will get a free copy. Now, don't text book if you're not a reader. You know, if you're a reader and you're into suspense, we got a copy because we support everybody who does business with us. We do business with them.
Facts.
So you already know. If you've done business with us, you already know what it is.
All right.
You're listening to the sounds of Urban X.
Sorry. So we were talking about people at the beginning of the show, that have these, reputations for doing wild stuff. So Rory from the Rory and Mal podcast, New Rory and Mal podcast, formerly of the Joe Budden podcast, he was on his Patreon channel, and I guess somebody asked him something about Trey Songz, that he went off.
Yeah, he blacked out.
He said in 15 years, the Trey Songz doc is going to be worse than the R. Kelly doc. Trey Songz is a horrible human being. He's heard from 15 to 20 people he knows personally of some wild stuff Trey Songz has done, beat, sexually, all that stuff.
Wow, those are damning statements to make.
Now, mind you, a couple months ago, I think last month, an actor, I forget his name, he was on Insecure. People watching, y'all know who I'm talking about. He was on a podcast, and he said that he had to step to Trey Songz because Trey be trying to fight women and stuff like that. So he had to step to him publicly, yo.
Wow.
Right.
Wow, so what's the deal with Trey Songz?
Listen, I've always looked at Trey Songz weird ever since Marcus threw that concert in Miami. And Trey Songz was there. Trey Songz was one of the artists.
Right, Marcus threw a concert.
Yes.
My oldest son.
And he said Trey Songz was just a diva. Not anything but he just said he was just ridiculously difficult to work with. So
that was back then.
That was 08.
Sheesh.
Right? And since then I've looked at him weird. You know what I'm saying? I've looked at him I don't know.
Well, the diva part doesn't bother me because all of these artists.
Nah, I don't know.
They act a little weird.
But he's recently had some sexual assault cases brought up against him. One got cleared. But there's been a couple more stories. And usually when there's smoke, there's some fire.
No, absolutely. When you live in that world, I be telling you all the time that music industry world where you slightly above the law, or you think you are because of the privileges afforded to you when people need you, right? That's why you got to be clear that you don't need nobody. When you don't need nobody, you level the playing field with them. So in essence, it's nothing that you could do for me. I'm not going to have my nose up your ass. He's got a lot of people with their head up his ass, providing what he needs. A lot of women with low self-esteem, let's call it for what it is, who want to be near him, even if it's just for a night. You know what I mean? These women have, just like these brothers are willing to risk it all for a few days to hold up a stack of cash, there are a lot of women out here who just for a night, they just want to say that they reached the pinnacle of celebrity. That's going to be the highest you get.
Yeah.
In my room, after dark. I lay you out, and then I kick you out in the morning. I'm gonna need my shirt back, as my man J. Cole said, right? So, understanding this concept, it's really not far-fetched. The amount of women in his mix. Now, how you treat people is something totally different. You're supposed to treat the janitor the same way you treat the CEO, or vice versa, or you know what I mean? How you treat, and Muhammad Ali would always say that. If he's around so-called important people and they treat the waiter and them funny, he look at them sideways.
Yeah.
So how you treat people, even if you knocking them shorties down, how you treat them is important. And when you rag people, that means you hate women. When you beating on women and arguing with women, you hate women. I don't care how you dress it up.
Yeah, and somebody mentioned it in the chat. Keke Palmer definitely said something regarding Trey Songz a couple years ago. Nobody believed her.
Got you.
I don't remember the exact.
If we start following the digital timeline, you'll probably hear all of these stories. And he said it'll make R. Kelly shit look like child's play.
That's crazy.
Now that's a statement and a half to make.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, and Rory being on the inside, a lot of these industry people, they know these stories and they don't say anything. Or a lot of the pillow talk, women confide in other, artists, because it's usually the same circle of women.
No, because somebody said Rory should have spilled the beans, but he's telling other people's stories, so that's not fair to them.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
So that's why you wouldn't do that.
Right. But he's just letting you know what he's heard from numerous, probably reliable, because I've heard some stories, from people who said, yo, bro, I ain't even gonna say it. Just like you be like, what?
So
but
again, so this clip even going viral as it did, that is putting people on notice.
Yes,
Rory did something great just then. That's putting people on notice. He didn't have to out his friends. He didn't have to put them in weird positions.
But how many women will take that message? Shout out my sis in the chat. I see you.
Hey.
How many people will take that? How many women don't give a fuck?
That too.
And they like, nah. I want to bust bottles.
Dude, there's people who still get with OJ. Come on.
Yeah.
And who was still getting with OJ
like,
then?
Yo,
I'm
ready to risk it all.
Not even
OJ putting on the gloves, and we're gonna have a great night tonight. Let me tell you, about my high.
I'm not saying OJ did it, but I'm just saying people don't care.
Yeah, they don't care. I just put out a book called "What If I Did Do It." I got the high spin and all of that. Yeah. And they say like, yo, I'm with it. So people want to bust down bottles.
Right.
People want that moment to be seen. And it's intoxicating, bro. So, you're going to always find women who just ready to risk it all. But it's a certain elite circle of them women that move within a certain higher level. And they all pillow talk. They all tell you the stories of who doing what. So rappers know shit about other rappers, and it's a mess, man. It really is a cesspool. You don't want to get involved with any of that stuff. But what's done in the dark will come to the light.
Facts.
And I'm hoping that there'll come a time, if he is doing that, that justice is served to some degree.
Facts.
Because you shouldn't be able to do that without impunity.
Yeah.
To just run up on people and disrespect anybody for that matter.
I agree.
Did 50 Cent call Jay-Z a gay painter?
What?
50 Cent said Jay-Z running around here trying to be a gay painter.
I didn't hear that. That's hilarious, though.
That's
on
funny. That Basquiat shit, yeah.
That's
50
funny.
Cent is crazy, man.
Yeah, he's hilarious. What did you think about Snoop Dogg saying, was Snoop Dogg pulling the entire Death Row catalog off streaming services and saying he wants to start his own streaming services for the catalog because the pay, the pay rate isn't fair?
It's all depending how much is going to go to the artist. It's all depending how much people are willing to get behind it. Because like you said, Jay-Z tried that.
He tried to
leverage him and Beyonce. Was it Beyonce too?
I think so.
Or just him?
It might have just been him. But
Tidal?
He tried to leverage his catalog, the Tidal, and this would get people to move over, and it didn't.
And it didn't because people are stuck in their ways. Yeah. Trust me. I try to get people to come to my little cable network. People's like, I like YouTube.
Yeah.
Nothing personal, Dada. It just look, YouTube.
Yeah.
It's a brand. I stand behind it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? What was that? Blue Magic?
Yeah.
It's a brand, nigga. I stand behind. So, but if the rate is going to be beneficial for the artist, and he can sell people on that, where our rates are less than others, but more go to the artist.
Tidal did a whole press run. He had everybody on stage.
Yeah, he did. He did. He had a lot of Daft Punk and all them people.
Yeah, Rihanna and everybody on stage. Kanye too, and so like it didn't work. I think
that was a nice try though.
It was and I get it now, especially now.
Nice try by Jay-Z.
I get it now. It just it's hard to see millionaires complain about not getting paid to the normal people. People are just going, fam.
Yeah, but I think the lower case artists that were on death row, a Dog Pound.
They're not lower.
Well, I mean, they weren't superstars. Not lower in terms of their talent. That's not what I mean. You know, Lady of Rage.
I like Lady of Rage,
Yeah, you know, so them artists who may not have gotten a fair deal.
No.
If the streaming service provides an opportunity for them to get money retro,
it's hard.
I would like it.
It's hard for to compete against other streaming services.
No, it is.
Listen,
it is.
I remember when Disney Plus was launching, people thought Disney Plus was going to kill Netflix.
We did.
People was like, yo, it's a wrap for Netflix. Disney has the whole Marvel catalog. It's over. People got they signed up for Disney Plus, went through it, and said, okay.
Yeah, I was tired of watching superheroes.
Yeah, like, okay, I want something. So people gonna sign up like, yo, I'm excited for Death Row. I can't wait to hear it, and then hear it, and then go, okay, well, I want all my other music. Yeah, and it's all in Apple, it's all in Tidal, it's all in Spotify. Yeah, so that's tough. I think he has to like just kind of tinker with the idea a little bit better.
That's what I mean. I need to get all the particulars because he's also trying to do a Death Row Bad Boy collaboration.
What should be fire?
Will it?
Yeah.
What kind of Bad Boy artists? Biggie gone, Craig Mack gone,
so
Black Rob gone.
I don't know if you noticed, but Steve Harvey. Remember Steve Harvey show?
I do.
So Steve Harvey actually had Snoop and Diddy on at one episode, and basically on the show we're ending the East Coast West Coast beat. But apparently Snoop was actually, Steve Harvey was the one who said, "Yo, what's up with this?" And he brought those two together. So there is a relationship there to do a legacy tour.
Dude, now all of them are friends.
No, I mean, not that they are friends, but there is something to do a legacy.
But who's left? Biggie's gone. Craig Mack, Black Rob, what's the homie? The one who signed himself up for prison.
Oh, G-Dep.
Yeah. Diddy did this nigga so bad, he went to the jail and said, I did some shit 7 years ago. Lock me up.
Yeah.
Loon is home now, but he's dealing with the Islamic, faith.
Yeah, maybe this can't happen.
Shine.
Oh, yeah.
Recently forgave Diddy, but Diddy did him greasy.
Yeah.
Dude, so who's left?
True.
Mace ain't messing with him. He just put out some heat.
Yeah, right.
It's gonna be him and Total. Him and Total up there. You know what I mean? And then on the Death Row side, Pac is gone. Who else was there on Death Row? You still got Warren G is there. Nate Dogg is gone.
Yeah, Nate died. Yeah.
DLC, he still got the voice issues.
Right.
Lady of Rage could rock a little. So when you say
you're right. No, you're right.
I'm just asking. Usually, if you're gonna put a tour like that together,
let me see the dance again.
You know what I'm saying? What's that song they sing? When they be Total. You know what I mean? That little bald head girl and shit be out there and shit. That shit. Oh yeah. You can't do that. They got the locks.
They do got the locks.
Okay, they forgot about the locks. Yeah, they do have the locks. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
So. Kendrick announced his album.
Clap that up.
Yes.
Kendrick Lamar.
That's Can't You See? That's
Can't You See? Did you do to me? Yeah. Can't you see? Yeah. That's that shit. I used to do that dance and shit in the mirror and shit. Yeah.
Oh yeah, but yeah, Kendrick's album's coming out.
Yeah.
What's it called? I think Mr. Morale and the Steppers.
Mr. Morale and the Steppers.
And the Steppers, something like that. Yeah.
Now you already know Kendrick ain't playing.
I hope.
Son, Kendrick don't miss.
I hope.
He been listening to all the chit chatter. He is a rap. Did you hear that verse that they dropped from back in the days where he was using the numbers and the math all equaled up to, dude, this dude is a scientist.
And the Big Steppers, my bad.
The Big Steppers.
And the Big Steppers.
All right, the Big Steppers.
But and the way he announced it was fire too, because somebody tweeted Kendrick Lamar's retired from like back in February. Then he like tweeted the link to the announcement to the website to the announcement of the album on that tweet. So people now the trend now is saying like whatever artist you want to drop an album is retired to see if they'll will announce like their next album. Yeah. One dude say, "Yeah, I'm playing." I forgot like Elder Scrolls. He was like, "I'm not Kendrick. Like I'm playing some video game. Like I'm good."
Yeah, so that ought to be dope. Also, Push is dropping this Friday.
Yes.
So for all the drug dealers,
it's happening.
Their holiday starts. They get to do their thing.
He actually had a really good interview with Charlamagne.
I need to see it. I need to see it. He was on the Breakfast Club as well, and I need to hear his story.
Yeah. So,
but and the album is probably gonna be fire.
It is.
He's got Pharrell doing 6 tracks
and
Kanye doing 6 tracks. Mm-hmm. Man, that means it ain't cut. It's raw. It's called When It Dries, right? It's
almost dry.
It's almost dry.
Yeah.
So it ain't no cut in that. You know, I'm speaking, Street Talk 101. It's raw, uncut.
Yeah.
How many? It's 16 ounces. This is 12 songs. All right. I don't want to get it on that. So I'm looking for the Kendrick Lamar joint for sure. Mm-hmm. I will start
May 13th.
May 13th, I will start with the Pusher.
Yes.
And kind of let Pusher ride me through. And then May 13th, get to that joint.
Real quick, somebody just mentioned Coi Leray, her album flopped.
I think she moved 9,000 units.
That surprised me. I'm not going to lie to you.
Oh, somebody had to get all.
You guys
forgot Faith.
You're right.
Carl Thomas, Mario Wines, Red Cafe. Yeah, I mean, I was just talking to heavy hitters. Faith is in there too, and Carl Thomas had beautiful music. Mm-hmm. So I don't want to diss them, but I'm just saying, yeah, I see the laughing emoji. Yeah, go on tour with that. See what that gets you.
Thanks.
But
yeah, you said Coi Leray, she moved like 9,000.
9,000 units.
I'm not gonna lie, that surprised me because I was hearing people just like that are not fans of her, like listening to her music, going, "Yo, it's not bad."
Got you.
So I would have just assumed she had a bigger buzz.
You think her father's situation messed her up?
Usually that works for that works for you. Drama. Oh snap.
Got you.
That works for you, and Benzino's going through it right now.
Yeah. He got a new song out though.
Yeah, he did. It's called Benzino versus the World or something like that.
Yeah.
Apparently he's dissing everybody who dissed him and
yeah.
So we'll take another commercial break.
Oh yeah, let's do that.
And we'll return. Have your questions ready, and we'll talk about some more stuff.
Yeah, let's get all that going.
All right, we'll be back.
Yeah. So you want to know what we do and how we do it? Well, we got a step-by-step booklet for you to get to keep your game on track.
Yes, so we are introducing the Family Business course, right? Where we're teaching 4 different components on running an online family business. That's podcasting, YouTube, self-publishing, and t-shirt printing.
Right? And we also have a bonus course.
We do. We also have a bonus course teaching how to build your own membership.
Yes.
And how we were able to build our own as well, step by step. Line by line, we teach you even how to make the actual software for the membership. We teach you how to do all of that stuff.
Crazy,
right? And an extra bonus is I threw in the ebook to Urban Excellence along with the video interviews. Never before seen the footage.
Drop the mic.
Never before seen footage. And the reason why I did that is because I want to show families the 11 stories of people who also created their own businesses as well, who also overcame trials and tribulations as well. And I think it's all relevant to, building your family business. So that's what we want you to go get.
We have a free ebook It's absolutely free. And we have free online training, a free mini course to get you started.
Yes.
We recommend that you download, hit the link below, get the free ebook.
Yes.
Take the free training, and then take that leap. And we're going to be here every step of the way.
Yes. So hit the link below and visit www.urbanx.nyc/family. Or just hit the link below.
Peace.
Peace.
Hello, wealthy family. This is Shanell, the Ascending Infinite Goddess, and I am happy to announce that I am back and in full effect, ready to work with you on your spiritual journey. Whether you're looking to balance your chakras with an infusion of Reiki energy, or you're looking to connect with your spirit team with an angel oracle reading and get some clarification or confirmation on your love life or your career, finances, or just life in general. Or perhaps you're looking for a non-judgmental, safe space to receive some mental ease. I am here to help you. So be sure to visit my website, www.ascendinginfinitegoddess.com. See all the services that I provide. Get to know me a little bit better. And also, feel free to visit my YouTube channel, Ascending Infinite Goddess, and see hundreds of videos that I have available for free to help you on your spiritual journey. Until we connect again, stay alert, stay aware, and live in love. Peace.
feel big, like Bigfoot big. Like,
tell me, what do you notice about your body?
Claws.
Your feet?
They look big.
What are you wearing?
Fur.
What else do you notice?
Just like woods. My eyes are kind of green, yellowish. Kind of cat eyes.
What color are you?
Brown. And I'm so loud. I'm strong. I'm like roaring. I see an animal. I feel like an animal. I feel ancient.
Looking at the moon at the top of this mountain. What's happening there with you?
I'm about to hunt.
Tell me what happens next.
Something attacks me. It seems really big. It's like dragon. It's got huge claws, wings, greenish. It looks kind of translucent. I see fire. I feel scared. There's other animals coming now, like a big bobcat. I'm just laying there.
What are these other animals doing?
They're eating me.
Back. Thank you to our advertisers. We appreciate you.
Yes, keep us going, keep us functioning here.
Yes, Judge.
And we hope that it's reciprocal.
And thank you to the people who are watching right now and listening right now. We appreciate you too.
Always.
This wouldn't be possible.
None of this would be possible.
You know what I'm saying? So we actually got a lot of people been texting us about the book.
That's very good.
We got to see who was the first 5 though.
Yeah, get the first 5 in there.
You know what I'm saying? I don't know. But I'm excited for Hebru, for people to read his book. I'm excited.
Facts.
You are tuned into the sounds of Urban X.
So to continue on the Elon Musk versus Twitter thing right now, remember I told you he offered to buy it for $43 billion.
Yes.
It's actually $20 over per share.
That's a lot of bread.
Yeah, so he was right now. But okay, let me explain this. So Goldman Sachs, who the Twitter board went to as an advisement against Elon Musk buying it, they have Twitter on their website listed at $30 a share, like where it should be like valued at.
Right.
He's trying to purchase it for like $53 a share.
So
shit, y'all mind y'all going to him to y'all going to Goldman Sachs for advice, and he's trying to purchase it more than they have it valued.
Wow.
So They pulled something called a poison pill. It's like a term where they kind of
they're willing to shoot themselves in the foot.
Yeah, they're willing to tank it themselves. But the board is supposed to. The board has a fiduciary duty to shareholders.
Yeah, your fiduciary duty is to bring me the best profit value available.
And y'all are tanking it. So how the board? That should be illegal, no? But like y'all are going directly against the shareholders' best interest.
Yeah, that should be illegal.
Right. So a whole bunch of technical stuff that's happening right now. But again, which I said this would turn into, is turning into a Republican versus Democrat free speech. If you're for free speech, then you're a Republican. If you're against,
instead of him just being somebody who has the purchasing power
to get it, it's turned into
they
way
won't
political.
do it because of, this is a politics.
It's turned into way political. So now all the Republicans are championing Elon Musk. Like, we need him to buy this. Because he needs to restore free speech. I don't know how this is going to restore free speech.
Right.
Because, he might have some pull. If he takes the company private, it might do some good.
I think it's going to be connected to his satellites, to the chip in your head.
Could be.
And this becomes the physical interface. Because I'm pretty sure after he buy it, he's going to upgrade that shit.
I'm sure.
Where you need the chip to even use that. Wouldn't that be crazy? Like, you can't even function on Twitter without the chip.
Nah, nobody would do it.
Okay?
Nobody would do
I didn't think people would line up blocks and blocks and blocks to take something that they know was out of pocket.
Somebody said Twitter's about to become even... Yeah, listen, I don't trust anybody. I don't trust... I don't know.
I don't know. I'm just saying.
I don't know. But they're clearly making it a Republican versus Democrat thing. But it's weird that all of the Dems... Like, historically speaking, everything that Democrats would be for, they just against since this whole pandemic started.
And this has become...
Any freedoms and stuff like that, any freedom of speech, freedom to do whatever you want with your body, freedom of this, that, they just are completely against it. And Republicans seem to be the other way. So it's hard to kind of, especially if you just have, like, you've been brought up to think, like, Republicans are evil, right? Like, a lot of black people are.
Yeah.
And you're seeing this, and a lot of people are really just switching sides.
But this is the first time ever as well, Malcolm, that the line has been cut so clear. Mm-hmm. Like, these two parties, and you are the cannon fodder in between these two parties. This is clearly a political battle for your mind, body, and soul, and the line is drawn. And, so this is the first time. They usually try to be a little bit more subtle with it.
No. It's
nothing is subtle. Everything is straight down the middle.
Somebody said somebody basically said less moderation on Twitter is bad for democracy. We are living in bizarro world.
Yeah, this is bizarro world.
This is definitely bizarro world. So
I tell people you got to almost think the polar opposite. And you will be closer to, what's really going on.
Yeah.
You're listening to the sounds of Urban X.
So NLE Chopper, what's the deal?
NLE Chopper, yeah, he apparently is selling like natural supplements and stuff like that. Like, he has like a BBL pill, and he's saying like, instead of going to get BBL, ruining your life, might die, take my supplement and it'll do the same thing.
So he got a supplement to make your ass grow?
That's what he's saying. Apparently, he was talking about like vaginal health supplements and stuff like that.
What the F does he know about vaginal health?
Listen. First off, I think he took a YouTube scholarship crash course. He got his degree from YouTube University.
Yes.
He's watching some people.
Yeah.
And he's saying, well, I got a little bit of money to do something.
Let me get in that field.
Yeah.
But when you make them outrageous claims,
you open yourself up.
You don't have a vagina.
Yeah, that's
so. How would you, unless
first and foremost,
unless you have a bunch of women in which you're running these scientific tests.
Yeah,
over a course of a period of time.
He said he has a pill for breast augmentation.
So he's just scamming.
Yeah,
that sounds like a hustle.
No, it sounds like when he talks, like, I'm not sure if he really believes it. It's one of those
that's a little crazy. So you breast augmentation, ass pills, and vagina cleansing,
and he's selling CMOS apparently too.
And CMOS, yeah, he needs to stop.
I just hope he don't get sued.
Okay, he needs to stop.
Like I actually appreciate because he kind of mentions certain things that within like the conscious community, like when it comes to health and stuff like he kind of he lightly touches on those things.
Because I didn't want to mention it, not to cut you off.
Oh gosh.
I have a sea moss vagina wash.
Oh god.
Coming out, and in order for me to administer the sea moss vagina wash, I'm gonna need to see your vagina.
Oh my god.
I'm gonna have to go in and examine your vagina.
Next topic.
And hit sea moss, and so see me in Instagrams. Send pictures of your vagina. That might get it started.
This is how you get nature boyed. They're gonna arrest you. Like, oh, he's starting to cold. He got health products now.
Dude, ass pills?
Yeah, he's serious.
Augmented chest pills?
He's serious.
Dude, he's got to be out of his fucking mind.
Yeah.
Stop the bullshit.
Somebody said, don't forget the shea butter. That's funny.
Yeah, shea butter,
don't forget
ass pills, shit. Where's he going to stop at? And see, when you throw, because sea moss actually has beneficial properties, right? When you throw the sea moss in with all that crazy shit, you make sea moss seem crazy.
Yes.
Now, don't get me wrong. There are some people out here with a sea moss hustle. Like, their shit ain't, they're telling you it's miracle. No. And then there are people who get very good sea moss that is beneficial to you. So all this stuff is getting a bad name, man. And then guys like this has come out telling me, come on. Now, tell a nigga they got shit to make your penis large. We've seen that for years. Take this pill, this and that. But come on, you can, BBLs. Yo, side note, you ever see them women on them planes?
Yes, I have.
They cannot sit down. They sitting on their arms.
Yes, I have. Yeah.
The whole fucking plane.
Yeah.
Dude, you would do that for an ass?
Yeah, I've seen it.
Because the stakes is high.
And you know the thing is too, I've seen like women with BBLs like in real life in passing. They don't look good in real life. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Right. Like
on Instagram, you can touch it up.
Just tell.
Yeah, but in real life, I'm just like this.
I've seen the side profile and go, what the hell is that?
Yeah.
It's really bad. Somebody said Dot's wash. Dot's sea moss wash. And you know me, I'll put on a big voice. Ladies and gentlemen, to get the Black Dot free sea moss wash, send a photo of your vagina.
No.
Send me a couple of shots. Yeah. Okay, Vanessa, I'm hospital listening. We just had our 4th baby.
Hey, congrats.
All right.
Congrats.
All right. Y'all got a team now.
Yeah.
All right. I love it. Shout out to Vanessa Morris.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. When I was younger, I used to like, oh my gosh, I want a bunch of kids, and then
then you have
you just like what, like 4, like that just made me shiver inside.
Yeah, but then back in the days, the grandmas used to have 12 kids.
10, yeah. One of my.
It's like, well, damn, grandma, did you
10 easy?
And still kept the house in order.
Yeah.
Still kept food on the table. Still went to church on Sunday. God damn, Papa.
Facts.
Putting in that work.
Facts.
Shit.
Yeah, my great grandmother had 10.
Jeez.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Jeez. So yeah,
my mother's side, yeah.
Now they just like, you have one.
Yeah.
Think about it. Hey, this nigga's a handful.
Yeah.
This little nigga's a handful.
Yes, he is.
Sure you want to do this shit again?
But I'm gonna take. So Pops got me a bubble gun.
Yeah.
Taking that outside.
Yes.
And I'm gonna let him go crazy.
Let him go crazy.
I'm excited
and
for that.
And then hear all other kids be like, ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh, your dad bought you that. And he was sitting like, yeah.
I'm excited.
My dad bought that.
I'm excited.
When he come out with his Lamborghini. Son.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because me, I got him the Lamborghini.
It was the most Black Dot. My dad. It was just one like we come to the birthday spot. I'm walking down, I got the food and stuff like that, and then I just see my pops walking with his shades on, controlling the car. I'm just like, here you go, man. Just the most extra.
Yeah, Lamborghini.
Lights on it. There's music playing.
Connected to it.
Like, hey,
come on, this is noble. He got to be on.
You're right. You completely right. But I don't know why I expected anything less. Yeah, I don't know why.
Come on, dude. And it's a grandparent war too. I don't know what the other grandparents is doing. You know what I mean? I got to make sure I represent. But that's going to cause problems in the park.
Yeah, I know.
Because when he get out, other kids going to want to get in.
Yeah, I know.
And then you got to be like, look around. Where's your mother?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay? All right? This is his.
Yeah.
And it's not a 2-seater. Isis is the baby's name.
Oh, congrats.
I love it.
Congrats.
I love it. We wishing you guys all the love and support, and just all the joy that ISIS is gonna bring into your life.
Yes,
I already know what it is.
Super dope, man.
Yeah, because I will fight other kids
of Urban X.
and their parents.
Yo, kids are rough, man. Like I know it. I know I'm gonna be fighting at Chuck E. Cheese. Like I know it.
Yeah, you're gonna be getting it in.
Like come on, man. He's won. Like why are you like trying to bum rush him out the swing? Like come on, man.
Don't even see him.
Yeah, crazy. So there was a USC recruit who she's a 5-star basketball player, UFC recruit, and she was shot at a party. Aaliyah Gales, and at a Las Vegas house party, she was shot a couple of times, as a matter of fact. But apparently, she's doing okay.
Oh, that's good news.
So that's good news. So,
what do we know any details about the shooting? Because there have been random shootings around the country lately. This weekend, South Carolina had 2. Columbia, South Carolina, was in a restaurant. 9 people got shot, and then an Airbnb party somewhere where 90 shots rang out. You could hear the shots.
Damn.
It just was, people were jumping out of windows, rushing for the door. And we had a few other instances. So it's been, and that's them wrapping up the gun control conversation again and again. So I hope she's okay.
So it's crazy because like in the Democratic states, again, like it's crazy how they be like the policies be polar opposites, right? So in the Democratic states, they trying to ramp up a lot of, you
should carry a gun.
No. The opposite.
The opposite. Right.
Opposite. But in other states, they completely wiped away like all like you don't need a license to carry in Texas. And I think Louisiana. You need
and again, this is a war, and you're in the middle of it.
Yeah, and they use like civilian deaths as just kind of statistics for justifications for their policies. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So just like the lockdowns, they were like, well, we're not locking down, we're going to lock down. And that's basically the experiment of the country, right?
Yes. This country is going to hell.
Oh, it's crazy.
Because these two factions, and these are the two factions you see. There are other factions fighting that you don't see, that is going to tear this country apart over greed and, just evilness.
Yeah.
It's sad.
And you can't go to a party no more.
No. And if you ask somebody to leave a party, they're coming back. And they're gonna wet the whole party up. So this is really bad.
We were talking about how like if you went to college, right? And then if they were throwing like parties like in the college town and stuff like that, and the locals came by, usually the party's getting shut down because the locals mess everything up at the college parties, and that's just an experience a lot of college kids just inherently know.
These niggas come.
Yeah, like they call them either the townies or the locals. They always just mess it up somehow, man. But that's just it's crazy. It's sad.
It is sad.
What do you think about the baby shooting somebody else?
Was he on parole or anything?
No, he's not.
All right,
I don't think so.
I told the nigga trying to break into his house.
No, what? Apparently the guy was wandering. I don't think he was trying to break in, but I heard he got on premises.
Nigga?
You heard the 911 call?
No.
He said I neutralized him.
That's what the baby said?
Yeah.
The baby's crazy.
He said I neutralized him, and the guy was in it because I think he shot him in the leg. And he said, the guy, you could hear the guy screaming in the background. And he was like the cop was like, "Why did you do that?" He was on my property. He was on my property.
Yeah, I like it. See, down south, they don't play that shit.
Yeah.
Like, you better be careful when you walking, nigga.
He said, "Y'all come get him."
Yeah, I neutralized this nigga. I like that. I like the language.
Yeah, man. The baby, he's about it, man.
Somebody said, "Did you hear the whole story?" No, what's the whole story?
What? That he was like just kind of wandering. I don't think he was trying to break in. That's what I'm saying.
Well, did he know it was the baby's property?
I'm not sure.
Or was he just a wanderer?
Probably, but again, he didn't kill him.
He was supposed to birdshot. Buckshot. Now the gun is Jamaican, nigga. Buckshot.
That's true.
So, he was supposed to hit him with a birdshot. Yeah.
That is true.
But the baby lives his raps,
yeah,
obviously. He lives his raps.
You're funny. Listening to the sounds of Urban X.
Did y'all hear about the rapper Cash Out and the human trafficking ring? I did.
What?
I did. It's a rapper name. I think his name is Cash Out, and he got arrested for a human trafficking ring, among other things, prostitution.
I didn't know that.
A number of things. If that's not him, I heard a very similar story. A lot of these rappers involved in that.
Wow, I did not know that.
Yeah.
Any other? Let's take some questions.
Let's do that.
Let's take some questions now. They said he was pimping chicks. Oh, okay, got it.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I know he killed. Did he kill a guy in Walmart?
Yeah, that's the story, man.
Yeah, man.
That is the story.
Nigga live his raps.
What else? Somebody said Georgia just passed their gun laws. Yeah, it's a lot of states that's just going and then, so my man, he lives in North Carolina, and he's ex-military, but he had his gun on him, and he said, "Yo, like I have to assume you got it on you too."
Absolutely.
I want to go home. You want to go home,
and that's usually gonna be the neutralizer.
Yeah,
right there.
Do we want to talk about this in the after show? D-Wade's daughter.
Yeah, we'll talk about that in the after show.
We're talking funny.
Yeah, some real funny shit going on.
Well, we did see it. We'll talk about it in the after show.
Yeah, we'll talk about that in the after show so we can kind of really get
loose off,
with it, get off on it.
Yeah.
So if you're not a member, give us your $5.
Yeah.
Stop playing. Give us your $5 right now.
Did you watch the Spence fight this weekend?
No, but I heard it was a good fight. And I heard it's setting up another mega fight.
Canelo?
See, huh?
With Canelo?
Now, not with Canelo, with somebody else. So I'll jump on the bandwagon when the time is right.
Okay.
He beat the hell out that guy, though, man. That guy's face was terrible. He looked like Martin.
Yeah, man. To get your face punched in for a living, I don't know, man.
Nah, I'm good.
I'm good. Did you hear that Jay-Z and Nas track? They did another one. They haven't really impressed me together.
No, I was expecting more monumental stuff from them.
Yeah.
As a collective. It just always sounds like both of them are being very apprehensive on the track with each other. Like who put the verse down first?
Right.
What comes after that? But 50 Cent calling Jay-Z the gay painter, that's some funny shit.
That is funny.
That's funny shit. I think Jay-Z had called Eminem the white boy or something, because I'm not sure Jay-Z wanted 50 Cent to perform at the Super Bowl.
Oh, yeah, I heard that, yeah.
And Eminem said, I'm not performing or something, or stood up for him. So 50 reps Eminem because Eminem saved his life. So that's one white boy he will rep. What do you have to think about Kyrie Irving? Very interesting stuff. First of all, he was cooking.
Yeah. Chef Boyardee.
He was Chef Boyardee out there.
Yeah.
I give him that, man. He is an artist.
He did the goods. Bring my apron here.
You know what I mean? He is an artist in the sense he can get any shot he wants from anywhere on the court. He is literally unstoppable. I'm not sure he should be feeding into the fans as much. Now, I know basketball is the only thing, a sport where it's a very intimate setting, and people are right up on you. And it's one thing to boo. That's cool. It's another thing when you start taking personal shots at people, and it's only but so much these athletes are going to take. And it seems, Elon mentioned a very good point.
Yeah.
It seemed to have revved up after the
lockdown.
People came out of the lockdown because they couldn't go into them stadiums for a year and a half, and started, when they got back in them stadiums, they started losing it. And there should be a line that should never really be crossed. And so, he's got to do what he's got to do. It is Ramadan, and this is supposed to be a time for him of reflection. And even in his interview, he literally was like, I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, I was just like...
He was like, they said, fuck you. I said, fuck you. So I don't want him to become too... Because it does... Even though he can play through it, he's one of them guys who can play through it, it will tax you at some point in the series when you keep dealing with it. So I want him to stay focused and get on his grind. This looks like it's going to be a monumental series that's going to go 7 games.
Yeah.
And I'm for all the smoke.
Predictions. Who wins?
That series?
Yes.
If Ben Simmons comes back, I got to take Boston in 7.
Okay.
I got to take, because they can switch. They got 5 people out there. Marcus Smart just won the Defensive Player of the Year, right? So they can switch so much where Kyrie doesn't play a lot of defense. Kevin Durant don't play. They're small. They got 3 guards out there at any given time. So I think the height with the rebounding and the defense is going to give them a slight edge. Now, the closer the series is, Kyrie Irving could win or Kevin Durant could win the series. So I'm not saying it's going to be a blowout, but because Game 7 is in the Boston Garden, I think the defense will prevail. And I got Jaylen Brown and them rocking them.
What do you think about Master P saying he wants to coach and he wants Shaq?
Master P just want soundbite.
Why does he do this every year? It's always something.
He wants to be, nigga. Listen, okay, and I respect Master P. Tell me you want to coach in the G League first and work it. He's saying he wants to coach the Lakers.
And I want Shaq to be my assistant
and I
coach.
What is he coming up with this? He eating them fucking Master P.O.'s, cereals and shit or something? Sitting around, you know what I'm saying? Come on, bro.
He does this all the time. Like me and Captain, we just going to start our own NFL.
Yeah. Come on, man. Come on. Shit, I mean, no disrespect.
What are you talking about?
That's like me saying, listen, I used to coach in the hood. Give me the Laker job. Come on, guys, huddle in. Come on,
understand
man.
Come on. Yeah, I don't get that.
I don't get that at all.
What else, guys? What else? Oh, did you hear Mickey Fax? He opened up like his own like MC school. Like,
who's Mickey Fax?
You don't know Mickey Fax? He's a rapper.
Is he a battle rapper?
He like be in that world now.
Okay.
I
gotta see a picture of him.
Yeah, I didn't discover him as a battle rapper.
Okay,
but he would show up at a lot of the battles.
Got you.
I haven't watched battle rap in a long time because it just.
So he start. Okay, so he's starting an MC school.
Yeah, like school of rap, like
you get a degree.
I don't know.
Like when you say a school, because the Scratch Academy has world famous Grand Wizard Theodore teaching you how to scratch.
But Chilla Jones is a battle rapper. He had he has like one of my favorite all time battles against JC. If you're in the battle rap, Chilla Jones versus JC is one of the best battles you will ever watch ever.
Okay,
in a small room, there's no crowd. It's just them two going crazy.
Okay, I like
but.
that.
I guess like they teaching. I don't know.
Well, again, like I said, you have the Scratch Academy, where you know what I mean.
Yeah.
My man James Top, one of the world famous graph writers, he would give art classes to teach young people how to tag.
Yeah.
So I
don't know if I think it's online because I went to their website and they have a few different teachers on their website who's going to be getting, but it really didn't explain because I remember somebody said on Twitter like, yo, he opened up his school before Umar. So I'm thinking it's a real school. So I go to it and I'm just like, oh wait, he's talking about rapping. Like
but there's a market for it.
Yeah.
And it's a market for young people in other places who want to know the science of putting bars together. So it's all dependent.
Yeah.
If it's a curriculum that teaches you the fundamentals.
And if they created a rap curriculum, that would be interesting.
That'd be very interesting. Yeah.
Like not from the holistic point of view you taking, but from like an actual
actual technical.
Yeah, yes. That's interesting.
That's very interesting.
Somebody said, hold on. Greetings. Do you think that the people who got the candy is still protected by the Constitution? I don't know.
Not sure. Is there a way I can see where I'll build again before the next yearly account? Malcolm, is there a way?
Yeah, you can email me.
Email Malcolm.
info@urbanx.nyc.
info@urbanx.nyc.
And the people who won the free book will get a text message back.
Right, and then we'll ask for your address.
So
and we will send the books out to you.
Yes. Marvel Manning book on Malcolm X. I've heard he's been discredited so many times. He's the one who said Malcolm X was gay and stuff like that. And apparently a lot of people have discredited him.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know any of those details or particulars.
Yes.
So.
What time does the after show usually start? Like in 20 minutes.
It's 9:55.
Yeah, give us like 15 minutes.
Yeah, we got to get 50 because we got to do a whole set. It's 13 people waiting behind the set for us to stop and move the lights and change the set and slide this wall out and bring that wall in. And it's a lot goes on, bro. We can't just do that. You see, when you show up and you see us on a different set, that's movie magic.
Facts.
It takes time. Then I got to go in my room and get buffed up and, powdered up and you know what I'm saying, hit a 2 and 2. You know what I'm saying, for the after show. Get ready and come on back out here. This is a lot of work. Now, we'll be ready in about 15 minutes.
Somebody said, could you guys expand on the relationship we have with money and the similarities to water?
The flow of, I've always spoke about the flow of money being a currency and energy that needs to move, and when it stops, it does become stagnant, and any pile of water that's stagnant is polluted because it doesn't continue to move. So if you want to see money like that, because I've made those correlations before, that you can't be afraid to spend your money, and because it's sort of electromagnetically charged. How you give it charges the money and how it moves. Just like a basketball. You ever play basketball with a dude who never pass? He's charged the ball a certain way where he's selfish. But Jason Kidd and other people, when they pass you the ball, they're not just passing you a physical object. They've given you something charged with, free movement, and you take on that energy. And, and that's how it moves. So money kind of moves the same way as water in that sense. That's the best way I can explain that.
Somebody said, Dad, do you know why people are taping themselves to the basketball court? I heard
this new phenomenon. Somebody used glue.
Yeah.
And now somebody used a chain, a fan.
I heard the chain one was because of they're killing chickens or something like that.
Yeah, so now you want to start using live basketball games. And monkey see, monkey do. So you're going to start seeing some real bizarre stuff, going on. Malcolm helped Dot.
That was the question.
Okay, got you.
So with that being said, guys, we appreciate you. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.
Somebody said what happened to Alejandro. Dude, we doing big now.
Yeah, man. We gave Alejandro his walking pages.
Look at us. You know how people, they like their leaders to be prosperous. It is about the money, isn't it? We told them we were mobile leaders.
That is his favorite scene. I want you to do that whole scene one day.
We'll do it. Let's reenact it.
Yeah, we will. You know
what I mean? We got a whole set now of people going. Yeah, we doing big. See, we got gold chains on and shit, smoking cigars, bottles of champagne. Y'all see all the big shit going on over here? No, but we need your $5.
Yes.
We'll talk.
Join the membership, please.
We need your $5. Yeah.
With that being said, like, share, and subscribe. Don't forget to join the membership. Don't forget to text us to sign up for our text messaging at 917.
And we got some announcements to make. We
810-3077. We got some stuff coming. Definitely. Maybe at the end of the week, but definitely next week.
Yes.
All right. And yeah, man. Peace.
Peace.